if you've ever seen or even heard about the Neverending Story, I kind of was singing that to myself, replacing the words with A Screenwriter's Journey. It's day 135, and the progress, frankly, isn't great. I think that's how I would describe it. It's sort of like you're digging a hole and you're tossing the dirt from one side of the hole to the other. That's kind of how I'm feeling now. I'm not clearing much dirt out of the actual hole. Rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. No, I won't say that. This is by no means a disaster of that proportion. Um, so I'm playing with the dialogue here between Rachel and Holly. And when I look at this and I see that I'm on page 18, which is probably about halfway through the debate, I'm wondering more in retrospect than as I was writing this, am I on schedule? And also what are they debating? Who is having the debate? Since Holly is the protagonist, her debate, I think, has got to be, am I really going to go through with this? Am I going to, is it going to be risky, or how much of a risk is it going to be to do this? Both maybe risk to, physical harm and any risk to my career. Are there any repercussions if my supervisor or whatever finds out? And I haven't really said. I mean, I don't think, certainly, wow, excuse me, certainly you can't be fired. You probably can't be reprimanded for doing this sort of kind of volunteer work, even though the supervisor, aka her work, her job, the people there don't really know what she's doing other than Katina. And I mean, she has no reason to squeal on her. So I'm wondering if there would have to be something more that Holly does that would sort of be considered either unethical, probably not illegal, but unethical or just not wise, something that, again, would have repercussions if someone found out. Certainly if she went with Lexi and they go see Rachel and something bad happened, regardless of if it was official business or not, she could get in trouble. Probably more so, excuse me, probably even more so if she was not on official business. So I'm kind of, I guess, toying with the idea of if that's something to bring up more, something to specify, something to highlight, or if it's not that big of a deal. So that is what is going through my mind as I write this stuff. That spoken like a spinster in the making. I mean, you can't see me put my hand down my finger in my mouth, down my throat, but oh my gosh, not great. Okay. I'm the one who's not Jake. Okay, so, oh my gosh, 2 yards. Yeah, in about a minute and a half. I apologize. So she talked to her supervisor. We jump ahead. She's got everything set up. Jake is here. Jake and Luke are here. And so as it's set up now, hold on, let me ask her boyfriend. So I'm setting up there that Holly can't tell the two apart. And they kind of joke about it. And then this part about whose cabin is she staying in. Get your mind out of the gutter. That may need to go. All right, let's see. So this is kind of a force. I'm trying to get across some information, and sometimes it's easier than other times, apart from just, on the nose dialogue. So I'm trying to get a deal set up to make the racetrack have some stakes, which naturally, since there's going to be a race, then you could easily have a bet on who's going to win and what the ramifications would be depending on who won. So Jake is trying to set something up to get rid of Holly. Lexi is kind of not really offended, but it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. But Holly is all for it. And now they're already sort of having a race. So Luke grabs Abby's stuff. You probably couldn't even tell I yawned that time. So Jake is in a big hurry, rushes off. Holly is in no big hurry. Kind of, maybe a little funny thing when we see what happens next. So day 135, not real long. I was going to say not real strong, but I'll keep my opinion to myself. And on it goes. See you tomorrow.